Hi, my name's J.R. Use. I'm with Alexander Marine and we're located in downtown Seattle. We're out in November on a beautiful day to show you the 63-foot Sunseeker. It was built in 2012 in England for the North Sea. It's not far from Plymouth, England, and it's a beautiful area. Boats have to be really stout to be able to handle that kind of water there. This boat for the Pacific Northwest is well suited for what we have to offer. And the boating around here, this is a good boat for, a beautiful sunny day like today, or even if the weather gets a little bit rough, it can handle rough weather extremely well. All right, let's talk a little bit about the specifications on this vessel. The cruising speed on this boat is 23 knots. The max speed is about 33 knots. The dry weight of the boat is 75,900 pounds. She carries 215 gallons of fresh water. The fuel tank is 776 gallons. The length overall is approximately 69 feet, and the beam is 16 feet 8 inches. So one of the things that I like to point out about this particular boat is it's equipped with pod drives, and they're the IPS 1200s, that's the model. And with that has features that allow you to press a button and the boat will actually stay in place. So if you're coming into a marina and it's a little windy or there's a tide or there's a current, the boat will stay locked in position no matter what, basically. So as you're getting ready to set anchor or come into a marina, you press that button and then basically the boat drives itself in that spot where you left it. And then you can come and take control of the controls with the joystick, which you'll see in a moment at the helm station. And you'll also discover with the pod drives, you'll save 30% in fuel consumption at 25 miles per hour, about 23 knots. This burns about 50 gallons per hour. So it's pretty reasonable for a boat of this size. The thing that's so nice about it, I think, is it adds years of boating experience once you get the handle figuring out the joystick, which doesn't take long. Moving forward, you'll see that there's a barbecue station built in here above the ice maker, and you have a hot and cold water sink. Moving forward, you'll see that you have the seats that have the flip-up bolsters. So with that, you'll be able to stand up to drive the boat up here at this station, or you can flip them down and sit down and be comfortable. You have a bow thruster on this boat as well, which helps with smaller adjustments when you come into a dock. We currently are in the troll mode, which gives this boat the ability to go only about 2 miles per hour or so. And with that, you'll find that it's extremely smooth and very quiet and just very relaxing. This upper flybridge is huge. It does have the removable seat cushions that go all the way across this forward area here. And with that, you have plenty of room to lay out. You have plenty of room for maybe your pups to sit and enjoy some sunshine. The other thing that's worth noting on this boat, when you're driving this boat, when you're looking forward, when you're underway, the design of the boat and the design of the Venturi on this really keeps you very comfortable from the elements and from the wind. And it's November here in Seattle, and you can see I'm just in a long sleeve shirt. And, before too long, we're going to see snow, so probably want to be driving it from the lower station at that point. In addition to what we've been discussing on the Flybridge, one of the things that's nice is this full wraparound bench seating. There's enough room probably for 8 to 10 people. It has a fold-out table, so you can actually have some nice parties up here, or maybe bring dinner up here. And if you're barbecuing, why not just eat your burgers up here? You have a sink and you can wash your hands there. This is also kind of a neat feature, this bimini top. Folds all the way forward and gives you the ability to keep this covered if you'd like, with a roof to keep the sun off of your head. The other thing to point out here is, aside from a regular stainless steel barbecue that uses propane, there's also a life raft situated in an area that utilizes the space extremely well and just adds one more layer of safety to you and your family. Next up, we're going to go take a look at the salon and the cockpit. as well as the swim platform area. All right, it's really important to me to show how wide these steps are. When you come down, you'll feel extremely safe and comfortable because you not only have handles that are built into the carbon fiber door, you have a watertight hatch, so if it's raining, this area stays nice and dry down here, and it's got a nice latch system with railings on both sides, railings here, and a nice wide staircase. So if you're going upstairs and you're carrying food or beverages, you're going to feel safe and you're going to feel very comfortable. And it's a feature that I like quite a bit. One of the things that you'll also find is you have symmetrical side walk-around decks. So they have very spacious walk-arounds on either side. And you have the warping winches to help you tighten the boat, or if you're towing something, you could also use it for that. You also have a nice hose pipe that's built into the symmetrical look of the side of the boat on either side, and the stainless steel work on this boat is incredible, and the cleats are heavy enough to use heavy lines that you would come to expect on a boat like this. This area is nicely covered. You have all the LED lights back here on the back deck and a teak table. And these are the chairs that come in from the dining room, but you can use them out here to turn this area into a little bit larger area for family get-togethers or parties. If you notice, you have the nice teak decks that go all the way across the back deck here. And then over here, you have access in places on either side where you can actually store lines and that sort of thing. If you work your way back to the back, you do have entrances on both sides, so it makes the in and out of friends and family very easy. If you're tied to the port side or tied to the starboard side, you can go obviously on either side with these doors. When you go down these few steps here, you'll come down to a fully submersible swim platform. And this swim platform, as you see in the video, not only drops down below the water to offload the dinghy, but it also is very practical if you want to put some deck chairs out there, and then you can lower your Desolation Sound, let's say, you can lower those deck chairs just in the water enough so that your feet are in the water, but your body's out. So it's kind of like having a built-in beach, and that really is a feature that the current owner thinks is one of the reasons that he actually bought this boat. There's a lot of other features and little things that you'll see when you come through this boat, and look forward to showing you some more features. Next up, we're going to go take a look at that forward deck, and we're going to check out the walk around. So follow me. All right, moving forward onto the bow. The foredeck of this boat is awesome. You'll notice when you're driving the boat, you've got these big, large windows. If you're driving from the lower station, each one has a windshield wiper, and the side windows actually come all the way forward too. So you're not limited on the visibility from the lower helm station, which is just fantastic. The other thing too is the bow of this boat sort of slopes down, sort of out of the way from the helm station. So when you're driving this boat, you don't have as much glare from driving the boat at the lower station that you normally would see in a lot of boats that people drive, from the lower station, complain about the glare from the deck. This one also has a full sun lounge, and these have a retractable backrest on either side. You could do both sides or just one side and turn it into basically a chase lounge. These compartments have little latches that unlock and they open up, and there's great storage underneath here. And then these have the removable cushions that are currently not on board the boat. Got a nice big emergency egress hatch here. Got cup holders that are built in all throughout this boat. In this particular section, there's 6 cup holders. And they also have a nice high rail that goes all the way around, so you and your pets will feel very safe in here. And you even have the safety rail down here below, which gives you a little extra added safety. Welcome to the Salon. I wanted to point out to you that we have these heavy-duty stainless steel doors that lock in the open position, so they won't roll back and forth when you're in any type of seas. And it's all a tinted glass too, so it gives you a little element of privacy. As you come through these doorways, you'll come in and see you have Italian leather surfaces on all of the couches and the dinette, and also on the chairs that come up to the dinette or are currently on the back deck. You do have a high gloss finish on the interior. The woodwork and the joinery on this boat is incredible. The Europeans really know how to build an incredible boat. Over here on this side, we have a pop-up TV. It's a large screen Samsung tied into the Bose stereo surround sound system. And this is just a one-touch button. You just press the button and voila, TV drops down. You have good storage built into this cabinet underneath. And this is somewhat custom. Originally, this boat was built with this cabinet all the way in the corner, but this way the owner was able to be with friends and family and feel like they were able to face each other instead of all being grouped together in one sofa over here. And then coming forward, you have a high-low table right here, a coffee table. And then moving forward, next up, we're going to go through and take a look at the Galley and some of the features that are different about this Galley than maybe some of the other Sunseeker 63s that you've seen on the market. All right, welcome to the Galley. There's a couple things that I'd like to point out about the Galley in this boat. One of the things is that this boat did come from the factory with a larger refrigerator here, which sort of blocked the open feeling of this boat. This owner had it built so that you would have the under-the-counter refrigerator freezer, and these go either way. You can have freezer or refrigerator freezer, and there's another unit that's forward of the Melee dishwasher, which is right back here, built into this cabinet. A couple things that I like to point out about the Galley in this boat is not only do you have good visibility around and being able to see out and still be, with friends and family and entertain, you're very close to the dining table. Next to the dining table here on the starboard side, you'll see there's plenty of room for additional chairs, and then you have the leather sofa that goes around the back corner, kind of like a booth. And then these are the new Sunbrella blinds that were added by the current owner and just upgraded recently, and they're made out of a material that's very friendly for a marine environment. Lastly, one of the things that seems like a small thing to point out is this microwave is awesome. This is a convection microwave oven. You can literally make a pizza to popcorn and even roast in it because it has a heating element in the top which will actually cook like a regular oven, and it's a stainless steel interior. So it's definitely a feature that I like to point out because it makes it very usable, the Galley. And as I mentioned before, you have a refrigerator freezer there, or a freezer or refrigerator freezer, and then here you have the same thing, fridge or freezer. It's adjustable. Okay, just forward of the dining table, we have a pilot house door. It has an electric switch that opens and closes the lock to get the door open, so it locks from the inside. And just forward of that, you have everything that you need to be able to navigate this boat. You have Raymarine electronics, multifunction displays, as well as the Volvo IPS. With the IPS, you have in a docking mode, when you press that green button, the button lights up. You can turn the boat and it'll rotate to the left or rotate to the right, or you can push the entire boat sideways and gives you infinite control of the boat. Additionally, there is a side power electric bow thruster here, and combined with all this, you also have one more feature that I like to point out. This is basically similar to Skyhook or digital positioning system is what it's called by Volvo. And you press that button and the boat will maintain this position automatically, no matter what the wind, the tide, the current is doing. So it's really kind of a neat setup. I have a beautiful leather chair that's got a full automated number of controls. You can move the seat back, you can move the seat forward, you can move the whole seat forward, the whole seat back. It does a number of things, so it's very nice, kind of like what you might expect to see in a high-end sports car. You also, with the docking mode turned off, and you can see that's all fly-by-wire. So when you're in neutral, there's no resistance because of steering cables and things like that. When this boat is then put into gear, it automatically centers the drives so that they are pointing forward. You can run them independently like you would just in a regular inboard powered boat, or you can run them together with the docking mode as I mentioned before. All right, well, trying to think if there's anything else that I might be overlooking. I know I mentioned that there's only 550 hours or under 600 hours, but right now we're reading 530 hours and it's November of 2025. All right, on our way to the master stateroom, I thought I would take a moment to show off the atrium. This is a nice staircase that has a treaded non-skid going down in solid teak floors and nice railings that go around. As you work your way down into this atrium area, feel like it's just awesome, like you'd expect from, you know, a luxury yacht like Sunseeker builds. Next is the master stateroom. Welcome to the master stateroom. Some of the features that you're going to find in here, I think you're going to really like. One of the things that is nice is this couch that's built into this wall. When you sit down here, the visibility is on both sides of the boat. So you can see out, see the water line. And if you see behind me, you can see the city skyline of Seattle going by. Very comfortable place to put your shoes on or get dressed in the morning. Or if you wanted to come down with your cup of coffee or espresso, this would be a perfect spot to enjoy it. If you notice, there's a lot of storage that's built into these cabinets. This cabinet opens over here, and then you have another cabinet over here, as well as a built-in light that's attached. Right in front of me, you'll see that there's a king-size bed. Has a nice lighting feature, and then on either side of the bed, there's electrical outlets, so you can plug in to your computer or cell phones for charging at night. On the port side of the boat, you have a full-length hanging locker. It's essentially a walk-in closet. And each one of these large windows, you may notice, is a hatch that's watertight that opens up. So you can get through-hull ventilation in the master stateroom, which a lot of boats don't offer. All right, in the master head, you'll find vessel-style sinks, a nice mirrored medicine cabinet. You've got a hatch that actually opens, so you'll be able to ventilate this area with fresh air if you want. There's also a fan that's built in to evacuate it. And then I'm about 6 feet tall, just a little bit under, and you'll see how much room is in here. So if you're taller, you'll definitely appreciate this amount of space in here. And it's got a nice glass door, so this will be nice to keep this dry outside. All right, welcome to the VIP stateroom. This is a wonderful stateroom, has a queen size bed, and actually has a built-in Samsung TV here. It also has a bifold door for the closet storage. It has a storage on either side, and then each one of these cabinets opens up. So they're just beautifully done. Again, the woodwork and the craftsmanship throughout this boat is incredible. You do have the small LED lights that are for reading. Nice mirrored headboard, and just above the bed you have the emergency egress, a nice Bowmore hatch that's finished off nicely and gives it kind of a nice look. It's got a fiberglass line opening. Moving forward, you'll also have a VIP stateroom that nobody's going to complain about. Again, plenty of headroom, vessel style sink, and glass shower doors, and plenty of room for storage. All right, let's go take a look at the other staterooms. Welcome to the third of 4 staterooms. This boat has a really nice setup in this stateroom. You've got plenty of headroom. You've got beautiful appointments, nice lighted reading lamps, and then you also have outlets here to plug in cell phones or iPads, as well as its own individual controller for the air conditioning and reverse cycle heat. In here you also have hatches on both sides that each open and give you cross ventilation through here if you would like to get some fresh air while you're in the cabin. Here you have a large mirrored door that opens up to a huge closet, plenty of room for storage. Then just next to that is an opening for the ensuite access to this head. It has a vessel sink, a large stand-up shower, and a Tecma head system, and a nice tile floor that gives it a very finished look. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the 4th stateroom. Okay, the grandkids are going to be fighting over who's going to be able to use these bunk beds. This is a great area. It's complete with a color TV. It has a hatch that opens through the hall so you can get some ventilation, and there's also a closet that's built into that stateroom as well. Welcome to the crew quarter. In here you'll find a double bed, plenty of room for 2 people to sleep in here. You'll have a wine captain right here, climate controlled wine storage, color TV, a fusion stereo system, abundance of light. One of the things that you see in a lot of crew quarters is very little light, natural light. This goes all the way across and just floods this room with natural light. Plus you have a hatch that opens here on the side for ventilation. And then just down this one step here, you'll see a very spacious shower, as well as another Tecma head and a vessel style sink. And as you work your way to the starboard side, you'll see a hanging locker and a closet, as well as a spot for your Splendid combo washer dryer. Next up is the engine room. Welcome to the engine room. We saved the best for last. Here we have a pair of IPS 1200. These are D13s. They produce about 900 horsepower per side, which gives this boat a very efficient cruise speed, as we talked about earlier. One of the things that they've integrated into this boat is an Onan generator, which will power everything from your air conditioning to your stove and wine coolers and that sort of thing. This engine room is extremely clean. You'll find everything to be, fine for you to wear your Sunday best in here if you wanted to, because it's just that well kept. Over to the starboard side, you'll see another one of the IPS 1200 engines, and just on the other side there, you'll see a Safari water maker. It's a desalinization system that turns salt water into fresh drinking water. You've got all kinds of fuel conditioning cleaners and chargers and multiple fire extinguishing systems in here, and a large hot water tank. Really, this is an engine room that doesn't really need much. Thank you for spending the time to watch this video. The engine room is one of my favorite parts. By the smile on my face, you can tell I'm in my nice clothes, and I'm not worried about getting them dirty because it's that clean. So come on in and take a look. We're located in South Lake Union at 1001 Fairview Avenue. Alexander Marine's proud to be able to represent this boat. I'm going to be happy to help you if you decide this is the right boat for you. Please give us a call.